All right, folks, tonight kicks off season 4 of the randomizer drafts. For those of you who are not familiar, this is not your ordinary best ball draft. No, all 18 picks in tonight's draft will be dictated by prompts on a wheel. Some of those suggested by you either on Twitter or in the Deposit Kingdom randomizer channel. We got a lot of fun things cooked up for a 4-time guest. Had to bring him back. He smashed it. He's on the Mount Rushmore of randomizer guests. It is, of course, none other than Fantasy Life's Ian Hartitz and an all-star around these parts. It's randomizer season, baby. Let's do it.
Wow, Underdog Fantasy with the randomizer draft.
You piece of shit.
Wilson!
It's glowing heart.
I like big bulls, so I cannot lie.
Bring one of your dogs.
Against Carolina in Week 10.
Ian Hartitz, welcome back. I was working on my newsletter post for tomorrow and kind of doing a memory lane through randomizer over the years. You, of course, one of the first guests on the show. And this show is so old that when we did it the first time, Ian, it was on drafters.com. Underdog wasn't even created yet. That's how long ago it was.
That's incredible. I just remember us getting Drew Lock late. I want to say there was some sort of correlation to be had. Maybe not. You guys know how these drafts go. But yeah, got him. Started playing Jeezy on my phone, and we had a hell of a time, Pete. So yes, I've officially now been on this more than anyone else. So we'll hold that record for, a few weeks.
Yeah, what is it on like SNL? They have the Green Jacket Club or the 5 Timers Club or whatever. You got your Tom Hanks of the world, and that is you are randomizer royalty.
I need a T-shirt, man. I need a T-shirt.
You're right. You know what? I need to step up my production game. I do, of course, have the randomizer koozies. I have the randomizer bottle openers. Longtime fans of the show will know I did a merch box 2 seasons ago, and then it ended up being used for dogs.
My dog shredded those toys. Terrible dog toys, man.
Terrible dog toys. But yeah, I feel like a lot has changed since we first did the show. For sure, you are now my colleague over at Fantasy Life. How have things been going for you over in our neck of the woods?
It's been fantastic. I will say I never knew you were a K guy until about a week ago. You literally cannot give your coworker, and I consider us friends, man, can't give me more than just K. That is the single quickest and most like FU response you can have to anything, Pete.
Can we get the chat to roll in on this? Because, I collaborate with Ian on the newsletter. Sometimes I'm working on the newsletter and I need a piece from him or vice versa. And, I'm just quickly responding in messages. He said, hey, it'll be uploaded here in a few minutes. And I just wrote the word K. Is that not okay? Allowed?
I think it's bullshit. I think it's the biggest slap in the face. I would take even because like an emoji reaction still requires more effort than hitting K enter. It's Bush League, Pete.
Okay, well, 2 things. This is, I want to be sympathetic to this because I will say what I find to be the most passive aggressive thing on the internet is a thumbs up emoji. Like that just tilts. It's kind of just like, okay, man. Yeah. You want to have that ready by then? Thumbs up, so I can understand where you're coming from. Would you say okay is preferred? Because I find okay to be even worse.
Okay with the A and the Y is better than just a plain okay. But K, man, it's like in a tier of its own. Come on.
I need to go back to our DMs and see. I need to see the context of this, of what I did.
The chat's with me. They all say that thumbs up is better than K.
Yeah, you said, we were talking about getting a piece in. You said, let me edit it down to around 300 words each. Give me 5 minutes. And I said, K. Yeah. What am I supposed to say?
Okay. Or just thumbs up. No one needs a K.
Thumbs up? I'm never doing the thumbs up.
Dude, you don't have I don't know, you're trying to talk to someone in a texting conversation with maybe a new friend or maybe a lady friend or a hopeful lady friend, and they hit you with the K. It's over at that point.
Wow. Okay. Well, here's the thing, Ian. I'm not trying to get in your pants. I was just trying to get your words for the Fantasy Life newsletter. I don't know why I can't let this go, but I'm pulling up this conversation right now. I took a screenshot of it right here. So you talking about this piece. George said we don't. Let me edit those down closer to 300 words each. Give me 5 minutes. And I feel like there's the casual nature of this. Just 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Just real quick. Yeah, no problem. I'm okay being a K guy. I'm just going to say it. I'm okay being a K guy.
I did call you out immediately after that. Like, I'm not one to, it wasn't like I was just losing sleep over this for weeks on end. So just wanted to also get out there in the public sphere. And I'm happy to see, Pete, I've been proven right.
I mean, you are right. I'm getting absolutely slammed, but I will just say to people like Katie in the chat saying, right, absolutely, Ian. No, I'm not writing all that out.
Maybe give me a funny GIF. You're a funny guy, Pete. All I get is K from you. That's how little effort you're going to put towards our conversation.
Why we're just kind of like throwing stones at each other here. Alex is one of the biggest offenders of the thumbs up emoji. Alex hits it with the thumbs up emoji in the Discord all the time. Alex, and it always, you're the nicest dude, but every time I see it, I'm like, this passive aggressive piece of shit with the thumbs up emoji. All right. So I do know we have some new people around here who aren't, entirely familiar with the randomizer show. I will say it has evolved over the years. I mean, the first kind of permutations of the randomizer show would be like you spin the wheel and you draft only a quarterback, that you would be boxed in, or it would be like you have to draft a player whose team has a bird mascot. That was kind of what it started out. And now it's evolved into something much different, Ian. How would you describe the prompts that you're going to get on the wheel tonight? Here's from your perspective.
Not good, man. It's turned into, I got to tweet crazy shit that people that aren't watching this show, aren't really sure what the hell I'm talking about. And I'm probably gonna be running to my pretty empty refrigerator a lot of these times. So fiance is in Mexico. So at least I don't have to worry about her accidentally walking into the back of this in a towel like last time. So I at least got that one going for me, but it's a shit show, Pete. I got right back from the gym, put zero preparation into this because I know what it is at this point. It is a shit show and I love it.
That is very much a great way to describe it. Fiance in Mexico, is that a bachelorette party?
Yes, and then a wedding. I'm working on the closing down our house thing. She's getting tan in Mexico. So, there's levels to this shit.
I mean, this is bad. I guess I should have billed this as Ian's bachelor party on the randomizer. It's just your one online friend who responds K to you in private chats, who's just hosting you for a fun time.
I got to figure out where to go for the bachelor party. I've thought about Cleveland. I think that's a pretty sweet vacay spot, but might also go Vegas. So, one opposite end of the spectrum, you might say.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see. You're a big, what I went to, this is going to sound so bougie. I went to Nantucket. We had my wedding on the Cape. And so we just did, basically all my friends lived in California. And so it was like too hard to get everyone to fly out for both the wedding and the bachelor party. So we just crammed it in. We did my bachelor party on the Thursday, the rehearsal dinner on the Friday, and the wedding on the Saturday. Had an incredible time over there on Nantucket for the bachelor party. But yeah, it was a dine and dash kind of thing. A few other housekeeping notes for this. So those of you guys who are YouTube members, if you're the randomizer royalty, in the Discord is where I am going to share the private link for this draft. Believe it or not, we are not doing a Best Ball Mania draft because the things we are about to do in this draft room are ungodly things that would get the draft thrown out, perhaps taking Duke Johnson in the first round. So this is a private draft. It's a $3 link, $3 draft. And I do give the randomizer YouTube members first crack at this. So I am posting that in there right now. Everything else about the draft, though, is familiar to you guys as Underdog drafters, 18 rounds, famously, Ian, half-point PPR. And you'll be relieved to know, because this is a self-contained league, Ian, you don't necessarily have to worry about week 17 correlation, which I know is something you love to think about while drafting.
I've been converting though, Pete. We were getting after it together on a couple streams. I read your great piece. Chris Allen had another good one on fantasylife.com. So as much as I do think it's the most boring discourse, it is a piece of the puzzle. So we'll talk about it a little bit. Actually had to record an entire podcast about it today, Pete. You would be proud.
You did?
That'll be up on Monday. Chris and I did. Yes, sir. And shout out again some of your good takeaways with that. So again, it's fun. But man, I come from more of a pure football background than fantasy, which is, the thing for me to step into to keep caring a lot about football. And I do love fantasy as well. Don't get me wrong. But I just think that it can be so fucking boring to just go on and on about these matchups. I'd rather much be on the, talking about the player side of things.
I get it. And, I think I'm almost on the opposite side of the spectrum, and where I get bored with the same player debates, and somehow the kind of the tournament strategy and the correlation and all that is super fun for me. So two sides of every coin. But Ian did accidentally, we did a best ball stream on the Fantasy Life YouTube channel a couple weeks back. And unbeknownst to Ian, started at the 1-2 turn with CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that was when you became baptized as a new Week 17, bro.
And I think the title of the video was like, a Week 17 bro and a hater like walk into a room. And I pulled that shit on the very first one. So I've gotten that same start another time or two, man. You can get Gibbs and get Michael Gallup late as well. And you got those quarterback options. All good. Is it,
I did.
Oh, you did it slow. You idiot. You're better than that, Pete.
No, I'm not. I did this last year too. A little rusty on the private drafts. False alarm, everybody. False alarm. You know what threw me off? Because I went in here to look at this and I saw the instant draft and I was like, I don't think we want to do the instant draft. This is the draft I want to do. I clicked that one. Look, hang on. I'm going to go full screen for this. A lot of people accuse me of, creating these overflow drafts just to get more liquidity in the Underdog system as an Underdog influencer. If you feel like you would like a refund on your $3 slow draft that I baited you into today, you can Venmo request me at Peter-Overzet and I will send you your $3 back. In the meantime, I am going to create an actual fast private draft right now because Ian, what a faux pas on the first show of the year here.
That's like you said, you're actually not better than that, but I appreciate the seemingly chat sticking up for you anyway. So I will say, Pete, though, I've not scrolled down past, just the tournaments this entire offseason. I am going first or last, man. We are losing all that money, or we're hopefully winning a little bit more. It's not going to be the steady $3 draft for me.
I will say too, it is funny even doing these drafts when I think it was close to the end of last year and I would do some like private 12 team drafts. I think like the guys at Spike Week hosted like this Best Ball Royal Rumble. And like, you definitely don't need to correlate Week 17 in a 12 person. And yet it's so ingrained in our broken brains that everyone's still correlating. It's hard to shake those habits, Ian.
Oh, it's impossible. And that's probably still going to be here when we're doing redraft, season here in a couple months. So definitely got to remember that. I mean, do you think there's anything to more so the weeks 15 through 17 still in a redraft? Because I mean, there is a similar prize structure and, I'm not sure if it's FFPC doing it again this year, but the main football guys championship I know was over the course of 3 weeks. So there might something be there. There might be some of that as well.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because in the Fantasy Life newsletter today, Dwayne McFarland had a really good piece looking at the schedule, looking at the implied Vegas totals for weeks 15 through 17. I also think you can definitely look at the teams who have multiple warm weather games, multiple dome games. So yeah, I think that stuff is important too of like, I think it was last year, it was like the Cardinals in the Bucs all had like all warm weather or dome games for the fantasy playoffs too. Whereas, you look at this Cleveland, New York Jets game and I'm like, what, January 1st on the East Coast, whatever. That does not sound like a good time here. All right. We're waiting for one more person. I will drop the final link here in the chat. One of you lucky chat rats. Yeah, I called you chat rats. We'll be able to hop in here and then we'll be off to the races for Ian's.
I think we're in
4th. Are we ready? We ready to go? All right. We're filled. All right, Influencer 1-4. The wheel is loaded. It's go time. 18 rounds. Starts now. Commercial free. Best ball. Okay, coming in hot.
Oh.
Underdog Cardio Club. Play rock, paper, scissors with Pete. Best out of 3. Loser needs to do 25 jumping jacks before the next pick here. Are you ready?
We're going on shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Shoot. Yep, here we go. Rock,
paper.
Scissors.
What are you doing? You're doing a bullshit tempo. Come on.
Go.
Rock, paper, scissors,
shoot.
All right. One me.
Okay. Go.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. Go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hey. That's a rock.
All right. Here we go. Let me make sure
on that too. I overcame adversity there.
Okay. What did I say? Is it 25?
25 jumping jacks. Get after it.
All right.
Great day to be great. 2, 3, 4. Doesn't count. No, it counts. I'm kidding.
This is textbook form.
You're killing it. I'm not counting. I hope you are.
I'm at 14. How many Underdog Cardio Club drafts have you done?
All 7.
Oh, you're already done? God damn, I'm behind.
I just got back from the gym today, man. No days off.
I lost count. I think I'm at 23. Do you know what I just bought today? I got a
treadmill?
I got a treadmill desk.
Oh, wow. Dude, just walking all day on that shit.
Dude, no, because here's my thing. I backed myself into a corner, right? Because Underdog Cardio Club has to be Best Ball Mania drafts. All my Best Ball Mania drafts have to be streamed. Ergo, I have to do Underdog Cardio Club while drafting. So I needed to get a treadmill desk. Who do you want? We're on the clock. You
Cooper
earned
Kupp.
it. Cooper Kupp. Look at you. I don't even know you anymore. Passing up on Christian McCaffrey, the running back, to take Cooper Kupp.
I think CMC deserves to be 5 or 6 right now. Still the RB1, but I mean, when you can get Eckler at the turn, it's just like, why even bother with CMC?
Yeah. GA, I've done 0 cardio club drafts. I'm going to get this is what I'm thinking, Ian. I need to come and do another best ball draft with you on Fantasy Life because I think it's going to be hard for me to do a solo Underdog Cardio Club draft. I need someone else hosting it so I can be jogging and making picks. So I'll come on Fantasy Life, do a draft. I'll do some on the Swolecast, but I'm going to need to bang these out. How much time do we have left?
We got it's June 17th or something like that, I think.
7th. So
just walking on. So I would do the have you heard of that? I think it's the 12-3-30 challenge. It's like a TikTok thing.
Yes, I have. The incline for 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I moved that up to 15 because my fiance showed it to me. I was like, all right, I should probably, up the workout a little bit here. So I do 15 incline at 3 speed for 30, and then I go on the Stairmaster for another 20 to finish it out. So I was just a sweaty fucking mess going about my Underdog drafts, man. It's a good time.
You know what I will say though? I tried that TikTok thing because I remember it last summer. That cannot hold a candle to the Stairmaster for the warrior. We need to get you on the Stairmaster.
I told you I did 20 minutes on the Stairmaster afterwards. I think the walking thing is just easier though. And if I can get easy calories burnt, like that's the thing with cycling, I think as well. I used to, I had the Echelon, which is like the knockoff Peloton bike. And I do the 30-minute workouts with the people yelling at me or singing or whatever. And I just realized I was like, I'll take 45 minutes, play NCAA football, and then go like 75% as fast as I was going and burn the same amount of calories.
All right. That logic checks out. All right. Fook, yeah. Ian must channel Conor McGregor and speak with an Irish accent while trash talking at least one pick before your next pick. If you succeed, take any player under 25. If you fail, we have to take a dusty veteran over the age of 28. Do you have any picks, Conor McGregor, that you would like to fucking roast here so far?
Who the fuck is that guy? Conor McGregor roast. Oh man.
Who do you... Fucking
Devontae Adams, his quarterback, his foot's a balloon. The quarterback's foot's a balloon. We're taking Devontae Adams in the turn. That was a good one. I should get it just for that.
Well, I'm giving it to you there. Yeah. What is going on with this Jimmy G stuff? Are you actually buying that Garoppolo? You think he's fine?
It was one of those things where I really wish we could have found out about that earlier when it was happening instead of all the other meaningless shit we hear about in the offseason. Like, oh yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo undergoing foot surgery would have been a cool thing to know there. So from that standpoint, I understand why it got the context it did. But even the follow-ups, they do still expect him to be ready for week 1. They just had to get the protections in the contract accordingly. So I think it'll be fine. And hey, you want to get him in round 18 now where he's going a lot. I don't hate it.
All right. You do get to take any player under the age of 25 here. Who do you like?
How old is Pollard? No, he's got to be older.
Wait, how old is Tony Pollard?
Fuck, we got to go. We're on the clock. Get back.
Yeah,
no, he's 26.
Shit.
Jalen Hurts.
How old is Jalen Hurts?
He's 24, I think.
All right, let's just double check this. 24. Okay, yeah, you're good. Whew. Sure. All right, shit. We need to spin. I'm rusty here. I'm creating slow drafts. Fuck. I'm forgetting to spin. All right. Get your phone ready. Phone a friend. You must call a fantasy analyst and ask them to spell Cordero Patterson. If incorrect, draft the player whose ADP is 84 spots past your next pick. Can we get a speakerphone phone call to someone to spell Cordero Patterson?
I'm calling Daigle.
I love it. Daigle was born for this.
I don't think Silva would pick up.
You're in the middle of a randomizer, and I'm concerned.
You gotta spell Cordero live for everyone.
Are we ready?
Yes.
E.
You got it,
Too
you beautiful
easy.
son of a
Too
bitch.
easy.
Let's go. Thank you, Daigle. See you soon, brother.
Wow. Daigle. You know what? That is the thing about a fantasy analyst has written that name, a million times. Who is it for you when you're writing articles that you still have to go look it up despite having written their name a million times? I still have to look up Tua.
Tua, I got down. Kyle Juszczyk kills me every single time. I have to look that up once a week. There's Cortland Sutton. It always autocorrects, takes the U out, so that's always a pain in the ass. You always have to go back. But Kyle Juszczyk is the one that just, no matter, you would think you could just figure it out like one time, but nope. Here we are 4 or 5 years later, and I'm still Googling it every single time. You know what's funny though, Pete, is when you go to Google something like that and you whiff on it so bad, like you don't even get like a suggested word. Even Google is just like, well, who the hell are you talking about?
I know if you do. Oh, sorry. You're on the clock here. You get to pick anyone you want after Daigle came through.
All right. We'll go. Give me a small scroll, but queue up Josh Jacobs.
Okay. Small scroll. Jacobs in the queue.
Okay, we're good. Yeah, we'll go. Let's go with Josh Jacobs. That's fun.
Yeah, this room here, pretty wide receiver heavy when DK Metcalf is going to Kevin here at pick 22. Did you see Silva in the NFL 10 of death taking DK Metcalf there in the second round?
That's something, man. It's he's actually, I was surprised today. I was writing about, what team was it? The Saints. And I was seeing, because like Olave, man, as great as he was last year, he was a wide receiver 26 and a PPR points per game. And I was just like, man, that's a pretty big jump up. So the 4 guys that are currently top 24 ADP with the biggest jumps are all second-year wide receivers: Olave, Christian Watson, Drake London, and then obviously Garrett Wilson. The one guy that was right next to him, though, that wasn't, was DK Metcalf. I mean, he just continues to get such a benefit of the doubt over Tyler Lockett, even though Lockett's actually been outperforming him in recent years. So, JSN in there as well. Look, DK is going to be a stud, but it seems a little steep. Yeah.
And man, it's tough too, because it's not only the Lockett thing, it's JSN is going to command targets too.
Yeah.
So
if you can take Will Dissly off the field,
who are we still going to get? How many tight ends do they have there? I mean, obviously Noah Fant. Who do they still have, like 4 different guys there?
Disley. It's just Fant and Disley. Those are their freaking guys they like to put out there. So they're down to them. So, we got to get DJ Dallas on the field a little bit too. There's a lot of things to go on.
Kevin is saying his DK Metcalf pick was an homage to Silva.
Nice.
Oh,
fuck.
Dinner time. This is a Josh Norris suggestion. Ian must find 3 vegetables in his kitchen and take a bite of each, or draft Baker Mayfield. Do you even have?
No, but I have the all green thing. Can I drink that shit?
Hang on. Bring it over here. Let's see the ingredients. Let's see if the chat's going to have to decide. I mean, this guy, I guess it makes sense, right? His fiance's gone, and he doesn't eat vegetables regardless, but certainly not on a stag weekend. This guy, we need to stage an intervention with this guy. We've all seen the photos. This guy, we need to introduce some vegetables to this man's diet. Here it comes. What? Okay. We got the athletic greens here. All right. Let's see the ingredients here.
Look, it's superfood. All right, hold on. Let me find the actual ones. They listed a shit ton of them. Okay, yeah, look. It's not even going to focus, will it? No, I'll read it out loud. Wheatgrass, barley grass, alfalfa, broccoli, spinach, beetroot, carrot. I'm fucking doing this.
All right, are we counting this, guys? Are we counting this as 3 vegetables, 3 in 1? I guess by the letter of the law, it has to count.
I literally just chug these things. I never sip it. I don't understand why people do that. Come on. Oh, no. Please. Oh, thank you. These fucking things.
How many do you drink this daily?
Yep. And I do one of those breakfast drinks as well, because I don't eat breakfast.
Did you get influenced? Athletic Greens, I feel like, sponsors every podcast. Is this painful for you to drink? Do you just hate it? Or is it?
I've gotten used to it. It's just quick down the hatch. So
yeah,
I did. I watch a shit, like when I'm done with work, I just watch a ton of like MMA stuff on YouTube, and Athletic Greens just everywhere, man. So I started taking it, and I don't know. I don't eat any other vegetables, Pete. So I figured this couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly better than nothing. It looks like the chat has ruled in your favor. You do not have to take Baker Mayfield at pick 45. You are on the clock. I can put a little scroll in for you here.
Go back to the top. Sorry, I wasn't looking.
Yep.
Wilders.
Got some running backs. Drake
I'll
London.
go Drake London. Okay.
Yeah, I
Put
mean,
up some of
Drake
his highlights
London.
today.
What did you see grinding the tape?
Dude, it's just crazy that he's 6'4", 215, and he's still getting like these, crazy deep route running highlights that he has. So, hey, one of those things where I think he's really good. I think Kyle Pitts is really good, but what's it really matter when Arthur Smith is just going to give the ball to Bijan every play?
It's true. All right, football karaoke. One of you must beatbox a song. The other must guess correctly. If correct, draft whoever you please. If incorrect, draft a Ravens or Bears wide receiver. Do you want to try to beatbox and me guess?
I'll try to guess yours.
Okay. Let's see. Let me think of a song that I might be able to do here.
We will rock you.
Yes.
Hey, there we go.
I was trying to think of what had an iconic little opening that was simple there. Beautiful.
That's how you can tell I'm a 90s kid too. So
yeah.
we got that. We got that down.
Dude,
Gen Z's not getting that.
I love it. So yes, let me just make sure. Yeah, you get to draft whoever you want. And yeah, you got 2 more picks here. Be careful, a little bit of snipe bid equity here if you reveal it too early. But I think I'll post these on the podcast feed. So I will try to service the audio listeners. Although if you're listening to the Randomizer Draft as an audio podcast, I don't know what to say to you. Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Josh Jacobs at running back, Cooper Kupp, and Drake London. This is honestly just a team that if you drafted it in Best Ball Mania, you'd be pretty stoked on it.
We're not worrying about the stacking nature of it quite as much. It's been hard to with the Devontae and AJB flying off the board. But yeah, we'll take that. We'll also take Michael Pittman. Let's try to get that Anthony Richardson stack later, huh?
Oh, wow. This guy's getting so cocky. He's telegraphing his stacks.
I guess I already got Hurts. I probably don't need Richardson, but it does feel good. Pete, have you finally conquered your quest to get Richardson past ADP?
So here's the thing. It's funny you say that. Last night on Ship Chasing, I did get my first Anthony Richardson share. However, I betrayed my own values, and it was not past ADP. It was a couple picks before ADP.
Pete.
I got bullied by myself. I never make the click. I got bullied into it by the Best Ball Mania 3 champ and Ben Gretsch. They made me take him. My hands were tied.
That'll happen.
And where are you on the Anthony Richardson stuff? He is obviously a polarizing selection this year.
Is that just what you call Pat, by the way? Like it's no longer Pat Corain, just Best Ball BBM 3 champ? Because that's pretty badass.
He's just an avatar. He's just something we're all chasing. He's not a real human anymore.
With Richardson, though, if you just look at the quarterbacks who have played and had 125 rush attempts plus, which Richardson, is going to be one of those guys projected for that. The only one of them to not have per game top 12 totals at QB was 2020 Cam Newton with the Patriots. And he finished as the QB 17 per game because he scored like 12 or 13 rushing touchdowns still somehow in that season. So, if you're expecting Richardson not to be a top 12 QB, like you're just not, I think, looking at just how freaking dominant these high usage rushers are. So, you worry about something like, Malik Davis last year where, he was so bad he couldn't even stay out there on the field. But 4th overall draft capital, man. Like, okay, there's a few Gardner Minshew stands out there, I guess, still. But I think Richardson, I have him QB 9, QB 10. And I think it might have been, the BBM 3 champ that brought up a good point. It's like, if I can't get, what can I get here that I can't get later in the drafts? And, I already have Jalen Hurts. But if you pass on one of those dual threat alien quarterbacks early, it's like, okay, Anthony Richardson probably is that guy that you can maybe get later in the drafts. Deshaun Watson as well.
Yeah, and I think he is. I don't know if these ADPs are slightly different than they are in BBM, or if he is actually dropping now a little bit in BBM.
By the way, Malik Willis. I said Malik Davis. I knew that was wrong.
I was going to correct you on that, and then I forgot. Yeah, I mean, I think 2 is massively undervalued. But I can't really quibble with him going, around Dak Prescott and Deshaun Watson. I mean, I think it's completely fine.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's fine. The problem is for a while there, he was going in like the 6th round, and then it actually chilled out a little bit. What we need is the people on Twitter who are in the reply saying Anthony Richardson sucks. He's inaccurate. I watched him at Florida. He's horrible. I need those people to draft with me so I can get Anthony Richardson cheap.
And it really is like that tier. Okay, I could see Dak and who was else going there? Daniel Jones. I guess he ran for like 800 yards last year. I mean, that was wild. So not that he's the only him and Watson are the only guys that can get there. I just think it's most likely.
Okay.
Ooh.
You famously have an avatar from Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Tell us a line from Fear and Loathing or use your pick on a Las Vegas Raider. Do you have a favorite line?
He looks right at Tobey Maguire, the hitchhiker, in the face and just get in. It's actually like literally the picture I think I have on the old Twitter, Avi. So by the way, I appreciate the one or two people like every couple months that will either tag me on someone else's like random message that has the same, avatar as I do, or they DM me and they say, this guy stole your avatar, Ian. So no, did not get it stolen, but yeah, man, get in.
Are you in like Adam Levitan territory with your avatar to where it will just like never be changed? Yeah, it'll just be it forever.
I just see no upside changing it. I remember having a couple of years ago, someone was like, Ian, like they'll respect your work so much more if you get the avatar changed like to a picture of yourself. So, we've had pretty good Twitter gains over the years. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
All right, man. You continue to get these prompts right. I think we're going to have to up the difficulty, but you do get to
Goddard stack. Let's fucking go.
You guys, you're letting this guy stack in a randomizer draft at ADP, past ADP. Whew.
Squad up.
All right, let's see what we're cooking for you at the turn.
I saw that Fear and Loathing one last night. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, some of these are on Twitter. Some of them get in the Google form in the private Discord. All right, great day to be late. Pete puts Tim Tebow in the queue.
Oh,
Ian can't tell Peter who he wants to take until there is 1 second on the clock. If Pete can click in time, congrats. Otherwise, praise the Lord. Do you understand this?
Can you put Tebow in the queue? Oh my God, that's a flaw, Underdog. That's a flaw in your product. Tebow.
So this is how it's going to work. He's going to be in here. We see the clock. Like we can do.
My God.
Let's do like a practice round. Let's do a practice round on this one, Mrs. Jackson.
So you want to be ready to double click. I see what you're saying. All right.
So this is what I think I'm going to do. You're going to have a better chance of me getting it if it is someone that I can see. If it's not someone I can see, then you're screwed and you're getting Tim Tebow. What I'm going to try to do with 1 second is click and then unclick Tebow. I'm going to try to go Sanders, Tebow.
You think it'd be less time though if you're able to click like by the ADP and then get the draft to show? Because then you're not.
Oh, you're saying going that?
Oh, that's further. I think
it's okay. Here we go. We got 26 seconds here. Make sure you identify your target.
Fuck me.
You might be right. I might have to do the drop down.
It's up to you,
right,
man.
15 seconds. 15 seconds. I think I'm going to do the drop down.
Just say, try to guess it right. Pick your guy right now.
I'm not going like a goalie and during PKs. 2, go.
Pacheco. No. Welcome to the squad, Tebow. Oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm taking the L on that. I had the split second where I was having a hard time locating Pacheco. I should have done the star. I think I needed to do the star. God, I want a mulligan on this one so bad, Ian.
Well, we're not going to get it, Pete. We got Tim Tebow as my tight end too instead.
I messed. That one's on me. I don't think that was optimal how I did it. I think my initial instinct of unstarring was the play.
That's right. Squad wasn't looking weird enough. I'm happy it happened.
Oh man.
All right. Next one.
Okay. Wait, so I do just want to recap. You are.
I thought we were at the turn. Okay, that's fine.
Double elite tight end build with Dallas Goedert and Tim Tebow.
I think my favorite one is if you can get Tank Bigsby and Tank Dell, you're then bully Tank build.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Look at that. You want to become a randomizer writer for us here? Also, I got to give a shout out. Speaking of randomizer writers, got to give a shout out. I got Nick and Phil this year helping me out with production stuff. They've been helping me out on some of my other streams as well as the randomizer. And of course, also Lou Dog, who edited together that new intro clip for Randomizer Season 4. So shout out to the guys behind the scenes helping.
That intro was fire.
Some good stuff there for sure. So appreciate you, Nick, Phil, And Lou, let's spin again here. I'm so mad at myself for not getting that Pacheco.
Ooh, skeleton key.
Here we go.
I was playing some Mario 64. Ooh,
So I believe this was our doctor friend
Edwin
on Twitter. Yes. Skeleton key. List 5 human bones before the next pick. Is this an inside joke between you guys? Are vegetables and human bones
testing me, I guess? I don't know. Let's see.
Okay.
So like the femur, that's one. Collarbone. The humerus, the funny bone.
The humerus, yeah.
That's factually correct. Vertebrae, that's your back, right? Or just parts of your back. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And
is it
your skull.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, those are bones.
Those are bones.
I'll allow it. Are there any anatomy experts in the chat that want to fact check the validity of these bones here?
I think I got it. It might be because I did that injury article a few months ago, and he was giving me shit about being better at his job than he was, which is not true at all. Edwin is the man. But
have you ever seen? Do you ever watch the show Billy on the Street with Billy Eichner?
No, don't need to.
He's a comedian, and basically he like runs up to people on the streets of New York and gives them like very simple prompts, but they're so flustered. And sometimes the prompts are so obvious that they just draw a blank. Like he will run up to people with a dollar bill and he'll go, for $1, name one person. Like he'll literally say, name a person. And they'll be like, yeah. There's something about having it directly pointed at you that makes it.
Have you ever done any of the man on the street kind of fantasy stuff? I feel like that would be right up your alley.
I have, more as my alter ego, Manzanelli, but I've done some, I went to Patriots training camp one year, did some man on the street stuff. But yeah, I need to leave my house and do some more stuff like that.
I think the first time I met you, you were only man. So you're doing very little fantasy at that point, back at the gambling Olympics back in the day.
Yeah, exactly. Multiple gambling Olympics references today.
That's right. In that meeting earlier.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. You do, assuming the chat is checking out, skull is obviously cranium, collarbone is the clavicle. We got a lot of anatomy experts in here. Historical anomalies. This is humorous. All right. You do get to take whoever you want here in a couple of picks. Anthony Richardson kicking around here. Someone's got to take Anthony Richardson. Are they going to let you get this stack?
That'd be interesting, man. I don't know. Do I even need him with Jalen? Like, if I'm doing BBM, Pete, do you think like Richardson is overkill with Hurts already?
I probably again, setting aside the Tim Tebow detour here, I'm probably, I'm a little more okay with it when wide receivers wiped off the board like it is now. Anthony Richardson is there for you. I mean, this is your team. You earned it.
Let's make it happen. I really do kind of think it's a bit of a tier drop off anyway. So we'll go Richardson. Let's do it. If I get any of these, there's a lot of running backs about to be here. So,
and I think the story that this lineup tells is Jelani Woods gets hurt and the Colts signed Tim Tebow to be their tight end. And
I've taken Jelani in several round 18s, man. We'll see if we can get there. Oh, Will Fuller. I miss you so much.
Will Fuller summoning. Round up 3 candles. Ian, famously a candle guy, and host a seance to bring Will Fuller back to the NFL. If you complete the mission, draft Will Fuller. If not, draft Will Fuller. The stakes in this one are high. I feel like this might be ending with us drafting William Fuller. Man, it's so sad. A guy that I drafted way too much of last year is now just in the system as William Fuller. No ADP, no projection, no team. Although we do have a blurb from 10 months ago. 10 months ago, William Fuller was reportedly drawing interest. That's enough for me to get pulled right back in. Right back in. All right. Ian is getting together his candles here. We only have a couple. We have a couple more here. This is going to have to be a quick seance. If you guys are on the clock right now, I'd appreciate just a little extra time here. Okay.
On the clock.
Oh,
now we're good.
Look at, we're good. All right, 3 candles. Oh, yeah. All right, let's lead this seance here. Will Fuller. What team are we summoning him to, Ian? Where would you like to see Will Fuller land?
Do you know how many times I drafted Will Fuller in round 18 last year, Pete? The Julio Jones thing worked out, and I was like, Will Fuller go literally fucking anywhere, and he didn't.
Ian, where are you manifesting Will Fuller to tonight? We make it happen. Where would he be a great fit?
The Chargers, but they got Quentin Johnston, so it's probably going to be okay anyway. Or the Lions.
The Lions, Detroit Lions. It'll be perfect. He can fill in for Jameson Williams for those first 6 weeks. Please happen. All right, I think we did it. We did it so much. I don't know if you did notice on the prompt, though. The prize and the penalty were drafting Will Fuller.
Oh. I'll take it. Always got a spot for Will. I got to get Will at least one draft. By the way, Pete, I saw you had a bit about Jalen Tolbert a few weeks back. Do you see he actually got the second-year leap comment from McCarthy?
Did he really? What was
today.
The exact quote?
McCarthy listed him in like a safety, and he's like, a couple guys just really standing out at OTAs. I think Jalen Tolbert and someone else are making the second-year leap. So I know you only said it was going to be once, Pete, but I don't know. Might have been ahead of the game.
Yeah, I ended up, it was in one of my early BBM drafts. I got forced into, I think I took Dak Prescott super cheap, but then was just running out of any stack options because I just took him naked as an ADP value. I was begging the chat to sell me on Jalen Tolbert, and then I vowed that I would not take him the rest of Best Ball Mania. And so if something happens where, God forbid, CeeDee Lamb and all these guys, Brandon Cooks, if they're gone, say a stomach bug runs through there and Jalen Tolbert's left, I can't draft him. So that was like that
49ers game when they all got COVID and Richie James went nuts.
Exactly. If that happens, I'm screwed. If Jalen Tolbert is the guy you need, I'm screwed this year. Speaking of guys you need, who is your most drafted player on Underdog so far this summer?
Got to be Jaylen Warren. It's like I said on the podcast, I think it's legit like 50% exposure, which I understand is irresponsible, and we'll chill on that a little bit. But yeah, I got a text from Jordan. He's like, bro, okay, I'm at 49% for Jaylen Warren. Then I got Deontay Johnson. I have a lot of Tim Patrick, Brandon Ayuk, Samaje Perine, Kendre Miller.
Yes.
Josh Jacobs, Gerald Everett, Antonio Gibson, AJ Dillon, Quentin Johnston, Mike Williams. Those are like my top guys right now.
I was going to say, and you just in the newsletter today, you had the Steelers team preview, and I couldn't help but, the way those team previews work, you get to focus on a specific position group for the newsletter portion, and you were not going to pass up getting a chance to write about Jaylen Warren in the newsletter today.
Dude, it's just so perfect right now. I mean, he's already getting the token offseason. We're looking to use 2 running backs on the field more at the same time, quote, going for him. So, look, there's no flex value there, but we've seen Steeler running backs for the entire Tomlin era, man. Like, as soon as he finds one he likes, he runs them into the ground. So if the one they've already been running into the ground, God forbid, Najee misses time, Jaylen Warren is going to be one of those guys where we literally might just cross out Najee's name and put Jaylen Warren wherever the hell we're trying to.
I love it. You're speaking my language. And he represents an end of a tier break too in drafts where it's like, he's the number 2 running back at worst. And then after him, it's tough to say that. All right. This next prompt is titled Crystal Ball Chopper. Pretend it's the Saturday night before week 17, which would be December 31st, a New Year's Eve, mind you. Give us a helicopter player for Sunday. If Pete buys into the chopper, draft at your will. If he's not convinced, we're going to have to draft Dare Ogunbowale. So let's transport. It's December 31st. We've had a full 16 weeks of games. Some of us are live in the Best Ball Mania finals, and Ian goes to compose a chopper tweet on Saturday night.
Okay. It's got to be main slate, so it's got to be between the 1 and 4 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
We got a wide receiver. He's been starting all year. Didn't start off as strong as we wanted, but he's really been rallying in the second half, as is often the case with talented rookies, Pete. Going up against a defense that, my God, I remember the primetime game when Keenan Allen would not stop being guarded by a linebacker. This defense refuses to bend, and guess what? When they face that slot receiver that knows exactly how to make them break, it can get ugly in a hurry. Oh, by the way, his own defense is pretty shitty in their own right. We're looking at potential sneaky shootout opportunity, Pete.
How many characters are you getting on Twitter these days?
And while everyone is looking at the outside studs, we're going with Jackson Smith and the Jigba, baby. 9 catches, 130 yards, 2 tutties.
I like that. So in what I've learned is that in the future, It's not helicopter text art that says just dropping down to say. It's actually a paragraph of text. So in the future, you have sprung for Twitter Blue and just paste a 600-word dissertation about the chopper play. That's what I got out of this.
I have actually not used the extra text or edited a tweet yet. Those are sign of weaknesses. I have no political opinion on the matter. I just heard like you lose the 2-factor authenticator thing if you don't have it. And I remember sitting there and I was like, you know, Ian, I know I don't give a shit about a lot of stuff, but if we somehow had my Twitter like fucking hacked or something, and I look back and I was like, could have prevented that for $8 a month, you know, I'm going for it. But you know, I think the memes with it are funny. So keep on doing you, Twitter Blue haters.
You did sell me. I mean, JSN is a guy I know people. I still have some sticker shock with his ADP, but man, I think he could absolutely pay that off down the stretch. All aboard the JSN train. Who do you want to take here? 13 seconds on the clock in the 10th round.
I'll take it's gonna be some Rashad Penny. Why the hell not? I'll take him over. Oh no. Robinson. We already have.
Okay. Talk through it. Is it close for you, Robinson?
I think they're
Penny?
very close. Robinson, Penny, and even Samaje Perine. I've kind of gone back and forth in all of them right there. So I think Penny is such a better value than Swift right now as well. So I'll take it.
All right. Great day to guess weight.
Ooh.
Guess the weight of the player you want to draft within 2 pounds and select them. If not, take the 10th best tight end available. So this could get dicey. We could have a
hands
Dallas
up.
Goddard,
I'm not researching anything. Hands up. All right.
So let's see here.
Combine weight? I'm assuming.
Should we use just like which source do you want to use for weight? Wikipedia?
I wanted to use NFL Combine, Alvin Kamara, 215 pounds.
Wow. Okay. If someone snipes you on Kamara, which I actually don't think they will in this room.
But I'll get another one.
You'll give another one.
Yeah.
I'll go check on it though for right now.
Because that was the thing. They kept comparing. They're like, Gibbs is an Alvin Kamara.
Wow. Okay. 214. So he either gets it. Nope. Someone sniped you.
Son of a bitch.
Mrs. Jackson was not going to let that happen. But holy cow.
Not having it. Okay. I'm going to shut up for a second. Just be ready to type.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
That was good. I mean, you had it dialed up and you just put it on a platter for the
why
type.
did I do that? Kamara always falls. He would have fallen.
I mean, that was still 20 picks past ADP, so you got to respect the value down there.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay. I think you can talk it out now.
No, Kevin's waiting on my ass. I know.
I got to look down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Thank you for, hey, Antonio Gibson, 219 pounds.
Antonio Gibson, combine weight.
More.
228.
It was more. I knew.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Let me check my math here. 10th best tight end available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Taysom Hill. I mean, it couldn't work out any better.
The Mormon and Tim Tebow right next to each other, just like I planned. the religious stack.
Is it? It is. Does it feel good to know that there will be thousands and thousands and thousands of teams drafted on Underdog Fantasy this summer, and you will be the only team to have a tight end trio of Dallas Goedert, Tim Tebow, and Taysom Hill? You will be the only one.
When Tebow and Fuller both sign on the Saints, and then Taysom starts in week 17, man, that could be the stack you need.
Look at Willis. Willis was sweating you being wrong because he wanted to select Antonio Gibson.
228, bro. He's a big fucking dude.
Yeah.
He's playing wide receiver at 230.
Dude, wait, what did you end up guessing?
Said 219.
Yeah, I think I would have guessed 215. I did not realize he was that big either.
I was thinking 209, and I was like, he's a little bigger. Yeah, 228 at the freaking combine. What the hell, man? And he still can't get a 3-down roll. My man is 230 pounds. He can't get a 3-down roll. Unreal.
Yes, Manfinity. This is in fact a Bulldog draft. I thought, what's the best way to toss away $500? This
I was
has to be
actually
it.
when you originally, Pete, were describing in the beginning how we're not doing the best ball mania because like it would get probably the whole draft like thrown out and stuff. Because originally I was like, this would be amazing to do for the best ball mania on the point is a million zeros, 1% chance. Like a randomizer takes down BBM. Like we probably all get fired if that happened. Like let's be honest.
It would be
Not you
pretty glorious.
in that case.
No, I would never know. It would be, I mean, look at the guy last year who won the regular season top prize. I mean, he took Davis Mills as his third quarterback on a Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow team. Davis Mills did nothing for him all year. I think sometimes these teams need a locker room morale guy, a talisman. Tim Tebow can be that for you. Will Fuller can be that for you, I think.
It's like in redraft when your boy gets hurt and, instead of dropping him, you just stash him on IR until like you really have to cut him. You want to try to get them a ring too.
Exactly. The question is how many locker room guys is too many? And we might be flirting with that line.
We're going to find out.
All right. Here it is.
I got those aren't even that bad. All right, go ahead.
All right. Does week 17 matter? Ian must name 6 week 17 matchups or take a player who correlates with their most recent pick. So our most recent pick.
I think I can do this.
All right, let's.
Vikings, Packers.
Yep.
Browns, Jets.
Yep.
Cowboys, Lions.
Yep.
Chiefs, Bengals.
Yep.
Chargers, Broncos.
Yep.
And Steelers, Seahawks. There we go.
Wow. Easy game. And I mean, you already painted a story.
I just did a podcast about it
today.
today. Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
So I got that shit.
You know what I'm going to do, Ian? I'm going to say it right now. I am officially squashing the bit about making fun of you for not being a week 17 guy because you're drafting CeeDee Lamb and St. Brown. You're rattling off matchups. You've capitulated. It's over, guys. Ian is one of us now. It's over. You're a week 17 guy.
Doesn't really feel good, but thank you.
Who are you? I don't know. I forget, someone told me, were you on a text thread with Silva complaining about the week 17 bros last year? Has he capitulated on this yet?
Let me see. Sometimes I'm just like late night drunk and I'm just telling Silva bullshit. I know he's a late night guy like me, so.
You and Silva loaded in just over text message complaining about the goddamn ship chasers. That's the stuff dreams are made of.
Oh my God.
All right, you are going to get to draft whoever you want here in the next couple of picks.
I just appreciated Evan gave me a hat when I hung out with him one time. It was the run the damn ball. Oh yeah, I said, okay, on June 7th, 2022, I said,
hang on real quick, Ian. You got 16 seconds to make your pick.
Shit, thank you. Jaylen Warren, of course.
Yeah, I mean, for the brand, let's do it.
For the brand.
All right, read this text.
Should have taken Khalil Herbert. I texted Silva, can these millennials pipe down about week 17 matchups already? And Evan replied, they're a goddamn cult.
Love it.
Probably should have realistically should have done Khalil Herbert there. We were talking about Warren earlier. Let's add another share, huh?
Yeah, I mean, come on. It's for the brand. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, no, I just forgot to erase this one. This is user error.
Okay.
All right. We're spinning here. 4 picks away. We're going to have to move quickly on this one. Entering the home stretch on the season 4 randomizer.
Oh, no.
Did we already do this one?
I don't.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, we did that one too.
I'm off my game removing prompts.
I thought I was going to have to go full-blown karaoke. It's never been fun. I've never done karaoke, Pete. Never have.
Okay. Great day to translate. Pete is going to describe a player he wants you to take via a French translation. If you can guess, take whoever. Otherwise, select Maurice French. And I did fact check this. So don't look at the screen because I'm going to go over to Google Translate right now. Okay. So I don't want you to look at the screen. Okay. Will you promise me you're not looking at this?
All right, fine.
Okay. I'm going to look at who I want you to take. All right. Okay.
Do you speak French?
No, I'm going to do English to French translation. The
best part is when I get sniped. Oh, I had the Kamara weight down too. That was a good snipe.
Don't look. Still don't look.
Jimmy.
Okay. Sive recrue sur les Broncos, les KJ Hamler de notre génération.
Marvin Mims.
Let's go.
I heard
What did I say?
Broncos next generation. Let's go.
Okay.
That's a great job.
I got it. Are we on the clock here?
Oh no, did we miss it?
I
Oh, fuck. That's just disappointing. There's nothing else to say about that.
Are you kidding me?
Our generation's KJ Hamler.
Je ne volas pas de Dalton Schultz.
Oh my god, another tight end on this team.
That's my bad. I owe a few sips of that. All right. I'm taking a shot of Modelo.
A shot of Modelo. Where's the whiskey at? Oh, we got bad
Insult to
here.
injury. Danchenko just snaps up Marvin Mims right behind us.
As he should. Yeah, that was what broke the camel's back, not the Tim Tebow and Will Fuller. It was funny. I was streaming with Chris yesterday, and we did one of these, and he just like, I don't know what the hell happened. He was ready, like saying, like, I am drafting Aaron Jones here, and he just like missed it or whatever. So he was trying to build a Bengal stack, and round 5, Tyler Boyd went off the board. And like, just every time we were going back to Chris's team after that, like, it's just impossible to look at anything other than Tyler Boyd in round 5. But hey, maybe Chase or Higgins go down.
I mean, Chris Allen, great analyst, but he has a little Cincinnati Bengals homer in him. That unusual to want to take Tyler Boyd in the 5th round.
Fellow Cincinnatian, although I'm not going to be here that much longer. Gotta go back to the roots, Pete. Get back in Columbus, Ohio. I'm not gonna take down BBM unless I'm doing it in the football capital of the world.
Is that what they call it? Columbus, Ohio? I guess
it's football capital of the world. A nice, affordable place to live, and better than Detroit.
So for some reason I would have just thought they would call Canton, Ohio, the football capital of the world because of the Hall of Fame. How many?
Common misconception.
I mean, yeah, I'm just an ignorant East Coast elite,
That's where we got to go for all these football conferences, the Expo and all this. They always come to Ohio. It's very convenient for me, I will say.
How far are you? Because
Canton's
Lord
about 2
Reeves
hours from Columbus.
Reeves, I think, is in Cleveland, right?
He's a Cleveland guy,
yeah. Helicopter. Ian must spin like a helicopter while describing a player he wants to draft to Pete. If Pete guesses correctly, draft that player. If incorrect, draft Auden Tate. Describe a player he wants to draft while spinning like a helicopter. But I would say pace yourself here because we're not up for a few more picks here.
I might just try to add Auden Tate to the squad at this point. I mean, it might just be what we need. He's on the can you name what team he's on right now, Pete?
Auden Tate. God, I saw someone reference this on Twitter. Used to be the Bengals. Is he on like the Falcons?
He was last year in preseason, but now he's on a different team. You might say his primary competition just got released.
His primary? The Cardinals.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so I know where you stand on the great Michael Wilson versus Greg Dortch debate, and the answer is Auden Tate.
Yes, exactly. Oh my God. Greg Dortch, man, that dude could actually play last year. I do think it's some of the Rondale Moore stuff. Like, guys, like that Cliff Kingsbury offense was like ridiculous. And like the amount of just short bubble design schematic stuff. Like, I would really be careful about just taking Rondale's like per game stuff and extrapolating it into 2023. I get it. No Hopkins, like that's naturally going to give a lot more volume, but this could be a more wonky, like more run first offense than we're used to. That's the thing. I haven't drafted much James Conner, man, but I almost want to a little bit because like when you see guys like Miles Sanders being pushed up as high as they are, a fellow guy who we're hoping has a 3-down role in a bad offense, like just give me Akers or Rashad White or James Conner a couple rounds later.
I'm completely with you. I think Miles Sanders is one of the worst picks on the board, and I'm not a James Conner guy, but I will take James Conner at cost compared to Miles Sanders every single time.
And they're like, "Wow, he's back with Deuce Staley." Like, yeah, when Jordan Howard used to take half the freaking carries every game, I don't think it's that great.
All right, give me a helicopter spin while describing. I don't even know, how does a helicopter spin? Are you this?
I'll work on it. He's been a handcuff for McCaffrey and Derrick Henry, and now he's in Chicago.
Oh, Deontay Foreman, let's go. All right. You didn't get, this is why you passed on Khalil Herbert, because you knew Deontay Foreman was going to be later, available 40 picks later.
Chestnut checkers.
Chestnut checkers. All right.
Ooh, I'm
Only
busy.
a few more rounds here.
Good thing
Ian
I'm only
Hartitz
one of these
crushing.
beers in.
What do we got? Fantasy Life. Fantasy Life. Draft a player you wrote about in the newsletter the last time you wrote it. If none available, then draft a player that's been written about this week. So you did have a piece in the newsletter today, but when was the last newsletter one?
I'm finishing. I got to finish the one for tomorrow after we're done
It's
here.
got to be published here.
I'm writing on Hopkins, so that wouldn't have worked anyway.
Here we go. This was from May 30th. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the Fantasy Life newsletter. We got Ian writing, Dwayne writing, me. We're going to have some other people mixing in here. So you were writing about running backs. A lot of these guys are off the board.
Go down. I have some late ones. That'll be fine. Oh, yeah. Or just the committees.
Kendrick Miller. Oh, we did just get Deontay Foreman. I think all of these guys are gone.
Jeff Wilson?
Chase Edmonds. We can see if Jeff Wilson is available.
I didn't even tout Chase Edmonds. That's a technicality.
I mean, what does the prompt say that you wrote about? Draft
I was
player
hyping
you
up
wrote
A-Chain in it. I know. I mean, it might have to be Chase Edmonds. I understand it, but none of those running backs are there.
Hang on. Trevor Siemian. No, all those running backs are gone,
Siemian.
man. Okay, there's a couple Bengals outs. Chase
okay.
Brown.
Chase Brown. Yeah, I'll take him if he's there.
Chase
Does it have
Brown,
to be a running back?
Hunt?
Oh no, I guess it doesn't. Boyd's not going to be there. Irv's not. I don't need another fucking tight end. I'll take Kareem Hunt. Let's do that.
Okay, Kareem Hunt over Chase Brown.
That's true. Let's see who's available.
No, I mean it's up to you, man.
Show me the running backs available.
Well, it's not the running backs available. It's the ones you wrote about.
Yeah.
Come on, get out of here. You got
I was
spoiled.
trying to go the other way. Yeah, I'll go Chase Brown. We'll go Chase Brown.
Okay.
I don't believe in this pick at all, but then again, it's a random.
I mean, there's nothing to believe in. The prompt, it was preordained.
I wrote about a lot of guys though. I was really hoping I had like a Jerome Ford note, in those like late round running backs, but alas, I'm gonna have to start considering other things when I'm writing.
Yeah. What's so funny is that the randomizer breaks your brain in that you are so pissed off that you have to select Chase Brown like 8 picks ahead of ADP on a team that has Tim Tebow and William Fuller on it.
The wide receivers started out so well. Now we're scrambling here a little bit, but at least we got those 4 tight ends.
You do. The 4 tight end build. I don't know if you've seen it out there. These 4 tight end builds are catching steam. We got Leone talking about it. We got Dan Zach, a professional poker player who's out here posting screenshots of 5 tight end teams. These the tight end slappies are out of control right now.
If you're doing it, it's because you're probably drafting your first one in like 13 or later, or something like that. So yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't think you can get those true like Kittle level boom weeks unless you invest in it early enough. Like Darren Waller and honestly Hawkinson, like they're both at these kind of sweet spots where I've been experimenting with not both of them in the same lineup, but just taking both of them like a good amount. And it's like right when kind of the RB tier ends and you got this longer wide receiver tier for Hawkinson and then Waller there, man. It's almost like after the really good, the Treylon, Deontay Johnson tier of wide receivers are out and you have a longer time to get those running backs. So there's only a few guys, man, that you can, Mark Andrews, by the way, not TJ Hawkinson. So excuse me on that, but there's only that handful of tight ends that could like actually lead their team in targets. And Darren Waller is by far the cheapest one.
For sure. Yeah. It's interesting you say that. For some reason, I haven't been ending up with a lot of Darren Waller. I took him a ton in the big board draft. I mean, he was going after pick 100 there for a while. I think he's appropriately priced now and offers, similar to the whole point of the Kittle and the Kyle Pitts stuff of like, could he drop 25 in the fantasy playoffs? Absolutely. So I need to start mixing in a little Darren Waller. I think I might have 0 of him in BBM right now, which feels like a mistake.
Speaking of mixing, you been on Joe Mixon where he's going? I mean, it just seems like he has to be.
Again, I don't mind the price. He's just not a guy. I think what gets really hard is
character concerns.
No, structural concerns. It's just when I take these detours for the elite tight end or the elite quarterback, that's such a sweet spot for the wide receivers, right? Because that round 6 and 7 after the Steelers wide receivers and Jahan Dotson and Bateman come off the board, it just falls off a cliff. And so I'm like, I love the running backs I can get in round 9 and 10. And so I'm generally like, I need a receiver here, but I certainly don't mind Mixon's price.
Yeah, I just feel like by the time we get to August and people are finally like, oh shit, he is still the feature back for the Bengals, he's going to be going like round 3.
Yeah, I think you're right. Puppy playtime. Is Lily in the house tonight?
Yeah, let me.
All right, Fantasy Life Lily must perform one trick before the next pick. If she succeeds, draft a player with that dog in him. If she does not, draft a Cleveland Brown.
She's sleeping on my suitcase. Let me see if I can. I have to move the camera down. Hopefully this thing doesn't break. Jordan will kill me.
Oh, Jordan. Oh, there you go. Poor Lily gonna get woken.
I'm
from
moving.
her slumber.
I'm moving, people. So don't chastise me on the clothes.
You already didn't have any vegetables in your house. I think we're beyond chastising you about having a pile of dirty clothes here. Nice shoe collection, though. All right. What do we think, Lily? Minus 300 for a sit. Even money for... Oh, there's Lily. Lily knows. Lily's up. She's ready to perform. Do you think we could get a shake? Plus 600 for a rollover.
Get back here.
Here we go.
Oh, you idiot.
Don't call Lily.
Lily, no.
Oh, Lily's protesting.
Lily, come here. Lily.
Lily.
Come on. Lily, sit. Good girl. Come on.
Oh, Lily, you guys, just the
She's
connection
sad.
not there between your quarterback and wide receiver one. I think you got to draft a Cleveland Brown.
She's usually way better, man. I think the pressure got to her.
I'm going to put some, okay, we just auto drafted Kyler Murray.
How many auto drafts have I gotten this? Lily is, a little big. We've been going on 2-a-day walks trying to save some of that weight. I will say that when you get she's a long-haired dachshund, when you have these dogs that need to be, actually like groomed and stuff every couple months, like I've been like worried about her weight, and then she gets a haircut. I'm like, oh yeah, there's 10 pounds of fur on you right now.
That's my bad. I just finished my beer here. All right, Twitter search Twitter, find a blurb saying a player is in the best shape of my life, then draft a grown-ass man. If unable to find, draft David Bell. Best shape. Have you seen in your Twitter stuff any players referencing that they're in the best shape of their life?
I was joking today that June headline will be Zeke saying that. I'm looking right now. Just a bunch of random fucking people.
Here you go. Free agent, veteran linebacker Quan Alexander is healthy and in the best shape.
Let me think. Who would have said
Oh,
this?
Mark Andrews says he's in the best shape of his life.
Oh, yeah? All right. There we go. Mark Andrews. So that works. Thanks, Pete. You gotta verify it. Looks like a sure thing to me. We can't hear shit.
Can you not hear this?
No.
Okay, I was hoping you guys would be able to hear this.
No, sir. On the clock. It counts. I'm not getting autoed again.
Okay, who do you want?
Renfro.
I just want to say.
Did you just talk up Renfro?
No.
I think Dwayne did, maybe.
I just want to laugh because it says you get to draft a grown-ass man, and we just
picked should have taken Jelani there for the Richardson stack. That's
we should have. You didn't want a fifth tight end?
Yeah, I guess. Couldn't have Tank Dell. I mean, how can you not be a grown-ass man and have the name Tank?
Okay.
Although he's actually small too, though, isn't he?
Tank Dell? Yeah.
Yeah, he's very
real
small. He's not a grown-ass man.
It's all these ironic nicknames. You know, the guy named Tiny.
Yeah, how the hell did he get named Tank? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I did confirm. I'm sorry. I thought the way the shared audio would work that you would be able to hear that. But Mark Andrews did say on the podium he's in the best shape of his life.
Make sure my door doesn't burn down.
He's still got the seance going. I just want everyone to know if Will Fuller ends up on the Lions tomorrow. I mean, Ian, if that happened, if Will Fuller signed on the Lions tomorrow, how many retweets do you think our clip could get?
Oh man, we easily clear 1,000 retweets. 1,000 retweets, 10K likes. I bet.
You think Pat McAfee would have us on the podcast to talk about host other weekly seances?
Not sure we go that far, Pete, but this would be the most viewed randomizer segment ever, so we can hold out our hopes for that. Seriously, man, like I know people say like he retired because it popped up on the website, but like I'm pretty sure Beckham was there too. Like certain like free agents were just there. I have no idea what's going on. I even asked Rap Sheet one time. It was some random tweet he sent, and I just like a jackass was like, Ian, what's going to happen with Will Fuller? And let me find it.
All right. While you're looking this up, it's the final prompt, and I feel like we're going out on a fitting end. The man whose name here on StreamYard says, Free Duke Johnson. Back to your roots.
Ooh.
Give us the bull case for 2023 Duke Johnson. If you're not able to convince the chatter Pete, you have to draft Duke Johnson. This doesn't sound like that much of a punishment. I don't even know who Duke Johnson's playing for these days.
He's way too free right now, cheap, literally a free agent. But he spent the 2022 season on the Buffalo Bills. And the only freaking week that I actually gave him any amount of work, Pete, number 2 among all running backs in all-purpose yards from scrimmage behind only Jonathan Taylor, the one chance he got. And oh, hey, what happened in 2021 down the stretch? Multiple 100-yard rushing games in the fantasy playoffs as a member of the Miami Dolphins when he was back home in his roots. He's got a stranglehold on the AFC East, Pete, and there are multiple RB needy teams out there, such as the New England Patriots, who surprisingly did not add anyone other than a very low salary guaranteed James Robinson. Robinson looks as old as he did last year. Early on, they need another veteran running back. They turned to Duke Johnson because they've seen what he's been doing on the divisional rivals. Ramondre Stevenson can't go back-to-back years with the workhorse role, and Duke Randy Johnson becomes the RB1 for Bill Belichick's Patriots and is the league winner that you need to be taken in round 18.
That was oddly convincing, like shockingly. Like I thought you were going to do more of a bit, and it's honestly like you've been rehearsing this pro Duke Johnson spiel like in your bed, laying awake at night before you go to sleep.
I do love the all-purpose yard stat because he had like 7 kick returns that week. That's real. It's a real stat, man. He did ball out with the Dolphins at the end of that year. So I just can't get over with Duke, man. Like he goes from Hugh Jackson to Bill O'Brien, and like now people want to act like those guys know what they're talking about. Like the amount of times that he just spent behind Carlos Hyde, man, absolutely hate it. Oh, there we go.
So we have checked the model here per Kevin's great suggestion on greatfitpatriots.com, a real site that you can use completely free for now.
On the clock.
It goes behind the paywall. You do have to select Duke Johnson, so there's not.
There wasn't a choice. Great. Welcome, Duke.
So the Great Fit, the proprietary model says, this guy might as well be a show dog because he's about to get groomed by Bill Belichick. I mean, look, if they're going to trot out the cadaver of Ty Montgomery for the 9th year in a row, why not Duke Johnson?
Why the hell not, Pete? That's what I'm saying.
What a draft here. I am going to read off the team, and then I want you to give me your final thoughts here. Quarterbacks: Jalen Hurts, Anthony Richardson, Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray, that was my bad, but nice value there past ADP.
Thanks,
Running
man.
back: Josh Jacobs, Brian Robinson, Jalen Warren, Deontay Foreman, Chase Brown, Duke Johnson. Honestly, completely fine.
Yeah.
Wide receiver: Cooper Kupp, Drake London, Michael Pittman, William Fuller, grown-ass man, Hunter Renfrow, and then the coup de grace, the tight end room, Dallas Goedert, Tim Tebow, Taysom Hill, and Dalton Schultz.
The positions have fighting chances. I mean, quarterback is strong as hell. Running back, you could talk yourself into it working out. And there is an argument at wide receiver that sometimes, when you get your top dogs, now I wish my 2 and 3 were not, arguable wide receiver 3 types there, but there's an argument it can be overkill sometimes. So those 3 wide receivers with Dallas Goedert, it works out. I'm saying there's a chance, Pete. I'm saying there's a chance.
I think you have a great chance. A lot of people will say William Fuller as your tight end or your wide receiver 4 is aggressive, but they don't know that the seance that we hosted is going to propel him to the Lions here this very week. Ian, this has been a pleasure. You are truly randomizer royalty. Of course, you are over on Fantasy Life. You got the best ball streams going. And I know we're not allowed to tease too much stuff, but I will just say, and Ian can back me up on this, the best ball community is going to like some of the stuff we're cooking up over at Fantasy Life. We got some fun stuff coming down the pipeline.
Yeah, one meeting after another. We're just seeing some things that will be available very, very soon. And, critics out there, Pete, I've already been giving rave reviews, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah, but legitimate, no bullshit. You guys are going to really like some of the stuff we're cooking up over there. So keep an eye out for that next week. Ian, did you say you're dropping the newsletter tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Got it. Good reminder. Got to finish that up right here after we're done. And yeah, we'll have team preview series. Keeping on. This is easy this time, man. Just wherever you guys find Pete, you'll find me there as well. Good time, brother.
Yeah, make sure you guys are subscribed to the Fantasy Life newsletter and the Fantasy Life YouTube channel. We got both the main YouTube channel. I've been doing a bunch of shorts over there. We also have the live channel, which is where Ian has been hosting those best ball drafts, going to be ramping those up. As well as for me, if you guys want to be in these drafts, if you guys want to have priority access to getting your prompts on the wheel, you can become a YouTube member. The Randomizer Royalty will unlock that channel in the Discord. And the way the YouTube memberships work is if you want to be the best ball value hound, so you get tipped off to my Best Ball Mania drafts and get that channel, you get all of them nested below. So once you become a YouTube member, you get all of the tiers below that. And then my final plug, I'm doing Best Ball After Dark here, and actually 15 minutes with Nick Ercolano. Have been doing that for YouTube members as well. So if you're a YouTube member, you get access to all of those. Have been having a lot of fun. It's called Best Ball After Dark, but I just end up talking to the guests about whatever comes to mind. Excited to talk to Nick about coming back to Underdog, some crazy stuff he had happen at his company, BDGE, this summer. So if you're a YouTube member, you can tune in for that. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. We will be back, Randomizer, every single week throughout the summer, 8 p.m. Eastern here on Thursday nights. For Ian, I'm Pete. Have a wonderful time. We'll see you guys in a bit.